What do you need to hear right now? Let's find out with a note first. Gonna switch it up today. Oh, 2 notes then. Do we have to make it a third? Yes, it feels it feels unfinished if I don't put a third down as well. Okay. Express your needs truthfully. Oh? We're gonna open all of them. Grounding exercises could help. And the last one. Someone new is going to step into your life. Oh, wee, interesting stuff. Okay. If someone new is stepping into your life, it is very important that you express your needs truthfully. Especially, it's important at any point. But if you want to establish a type of relationship with a person where you can truly be yourself, then it is super important that you express truthfully, and not just expressing, because that's one side of the coin, but the other side is also making sure that those needs are then met, right? You express them truthfully, and then if they are not met for whatever reason, you say, okay, thank you, but no, and you move on. Okay, but we're gonna see. Oh, this is so interesting. Okay, what's happening? Let's go into the tarot now. We already have one jump out and one that turned around, and in my head I just heard "Turn Around, Bright Eyes." You know the song, "Total Eclipse of the Heart" by Bonnie something or something Bonnie. I forgot. Anyway, we have the Moon in reverse and the 9 of Wands in reverse. Oh. The 9 of Wands, I'm having a very specific vision in my head. What I'm seeing is kind of like the 9 of Wands is still standing after a lot. And you see here, the girl's house got up and just started moving away. There's so much like death and endings that she had to like withstand to still be there. The last one standing literally there. But this came out in reverse, and the specific thing I saw in my head was like someone who had closed up like a guard based on this, on all of the stuff that they had gone through. There's some sort of a guard up. Yeah, that's kind of what the image I got. And with the Moon in reverse as well, these are your emotions, the subconscious, trying to come to the surface, and you suppressing something. Okay, this is getting interesting. What is being suppressed? What is the Moon about? The Queen of Cups. It's about your needs. There you go. I love it. Yeah, well, we started the reading saying you need to express your needs truthfully. Well, the Queen of Cups has mastered that. The Queen of Cups understands that it is vital to know in which way currents are going, so you can prepare for them, so you can make sure that you're going to be okay, and anything and everything that is around you as well. And here, this coming out, what you're suppressing, the Queen of Cups coming up upright, I really sense this is you expressing your needs, expressing your emotions. Oh my gosh. And I think this might be from a place of kind of having closed off a little bit based on the pain and the stuff that you had gone through, the things you had to experience. Oh my gosh, who's here? There is no way. Before I even had the card come out, I saw the star in my head, and who came out but the star? The star, and we have the 2 of Swords. So there is a matter of a choice here. The 2 of Swords is being at the crossroads, having to really decide. You can't prolong this any longer. You have to make this decision, and it's going left or right. It is 2 diverging paths in your life, taking one or the other. There is no reconciliation. There is no connection of the 2 that is possible, seemingly. And we have the star, which is like this hope. And the star, I think, is one of the options. One of the options that you're trying to choose between. So I think it's like this being hopeful, and maybe also seeing yourself as worthy to be loved, seeing yourself as worthy to be accepted the way you are, in your needs, in your expression, by recognizing that you are your individual light. You are a star. We are all stars. We are all stars in this beautiful, beautiful cosmos where we can all shine brightly in our own little corners of the sky. but there is like this discomfort in the light, which fair. But I want to see, okay, what's the other side then? What's the other choice? If the star is the one choice, and I think this is the one that is connected to your emotions, to this need for you to be truthful to yourself and to others about your needs, and to implement those boundaries then is necessary for your needs to be met, right? Okay, but what's the other side? If one is the star, and this feels like the stars, you're still kind of shy, like I'm sensing this like shy energy, like, oh, I don't know about this, just not feeling fully comfortable. The other side, the other side is the Four of Cups. I think that is quite a funny little joke here that you're getting, or an imagery for us to discuss this. The Four of Cups is like you're pouring into stuff and you're not receiving back from that which you're pouring into, or where you put your focus on. Like this is the I think he was like the emperor of Japan or something, and he had like this beautiful like fake bird, I'm forgetting the name of the bird, that would sing. Is it a nightingale? I think so. And he was like super obsessed with it, and you see in the back there's like a real bird, and he's not even seeing it because he's focused on this which he's already invested in. Okay, so there is what I'm sensing with the four here. I'm also feeling the Four of coins, so the Four of Pentacles, not just the Four of Cups, which is the sense of holding on to what you have. And in this case, it's specifically the stuff where you put your emotions in, because we have the cups, so where you've invested emotionally into, and that seems to be in some way going against you actually being in your light and shining in your light. That is a very difficult position to be put in, and I want to acknowledge that for you. If that's the case, where you have to kind of choose between that which you love and care for and you feel comfortable in a way, and then having to say, no, this is not good for me at all. And having to step away from that is very difficult. And don't judge yourself for the time that it takes you or that it took you if this has already happened. Okay, but what I'm also, before I keep going, what's coming to mind to connect this as well with what we're talking about with the person coming in, potentially. This person will be attracted, I think, to this light of yours, right? To the star qualities that you have. So by you not embracing that, you are keeping yourself in this other timeline as well, in this one where you will not find full satisfaction because you're not actually receiving back from where you are pouring your energy and your love into. So there is this emphasis that by working through whatever is holding you back to fully be truthful and honest and content with you as you are and your needs, by going and doing this, I think you're going to be able to also attract a partner that appreciates you for these qualities, right? Because I think you might have not been appreciated. This is oftentimes what leads to a consequential blocking or closing up of a person, is some sort of a negative experience. Okay, oh, we have two cards come out, so maybe this is explaining to us what has happened. Okay, yeah, I think it is, because this fell on the Nine of Wands, so the having gone through a lot and still standing in a way, but you feeling like this closed you off. We have the Four of Wands and the Knight of Wands in reverse. Beautiful to look at, but in this combination, not very fruitful. And that might be something that you recognized in your own life. The Four of Wands is reaching a threshold. It is reaching some sort of a unity, some sort of a household that is established. Especially in this depiction of the cards, you see that is kind of what is shown. But the Knight of Wands, sorry, the King of Wands being here in reverse. The King of Wands is someone who's deeply passionate and very goal-oriented. This being in reverse, though, there is a focus here and an emphasis on the negative aspects of the King of Wands. The negative aspects are someone who are more ego-driven than they are heart-driven. So people whose goal setting becomes their sole purpose in life, and whose meeting of certain milestones becomes very important. And this is very individual, so in the sense that if you are in a connection with someone who is exhibiting these negative characteristics of the King of Wands, this will be someone who is not going to want to meet your needs, who's going to want to meet their own needs, and they're not going to make the space for you. And this might be in a way also not very overtly something that you are conscious of, because the King of Wands is also someone who's very charismatic, someone who's very good at expression. The Wands are your expression, your passion. Again, but this is in reverse, so there might be a flip-flop in there, but still I wanted to mention that. So okay, it makes sense that there is this closed off situation if there was some sort of a threshold already reached, but obviously something didn't work out there. Or maybe this is also for some of you a situation where you were really happy in a connection and then it didn't work out, and you kind of long for that kind of connection to be coming in again. For some of you, even though I don't think that's the case for most. Okay, what are we seeing? Can we talk then about who is this person coming in then? Because we understand now, the person coming in will be attracted to your star qualities, to you standing in your light, and to you being really like assertive and honest about yourself and your needs. That is going to be an attractive thing to the person that's coming in, rather than an unattractive thing. To someone who is very much thinking about their own stuff, people who are assertive are challenging their own needs being met, right? So, because it's their way or the highway kind of thing. So you, by doing this, you are literally allowing yourself to attract different kind of people into your life, no longer people who might do this kind of stuff. But yeah, and if you don't, then you'll continue to see nothing coming back. I'm sorry, but that's what the cards are telling me, at least here in this reading, as we're tapping into the current energies and trusting that this message is going to reach you when it has to, and you are able to discern which messages are yours. But it does seem to me like if you don't choose to be assertive and feel secure in yourself and in your expression of your needs and your emotions, you're just going to keep attracting people that are not going to give you back. You're going to keep staying stuck on the fake, right? Because these are real birds, and not see the real one right there. Okay, the real ones, yes. And I'm also getting this emphasis on community now. So the real ones, this idea of finding a group of people that are the real people, like the people that you can truly feel connected with. And it's not a matter of circumstance, but it is a matter of choice, because we can, to love, in my humble opinion, I'd say it's an active thing. It's a choice that we make every single day. We can't help our emotions, but we can help our actions. We can help the way we make sure that our life accommodates ourselves and other people. And to me, that is a sign of love and showing this. Now I lost my train of thought, but I guess this was what had to be said, and we're done now. We're continuing with some more cards. Okay. We have another king. We have another King of Swords, and now and this person also fell on top of the Nine of Wands. So it seems like there's been multiple situations, right? Multiple situations that were difficult. And we have here someone, this might be a different situation, but here the King of Swords in reverse, the Five of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords upright. So we have someone who is manipulative in the way that they communicate potentially. The King of Swords that has mastered communication and the mind. But it coming out in reverse, again, we're talking more about the negative attributes. So the negative attributes here are someone who uses this knowledge to kind of manipulate conversation, or to manipulate the way people perceive things. This is also, there's an aspect of unfair judgment that comes from a biased place rather than an unbiased place, which the king would be in. But in this face, it's kind of like the Mad King. So he still has all the qualities that make him a king in the sense of what he can do, but he uses it for negative rather than positive. The Knight of Swords here, I find interesting that we have the two knights. So there is this young energy to this person, as well as a more older energy. But the old energy feels more malicious, while the young energy seems like a very straightforward kind of person. The knight being like charging ahead. The Knight of Swords is the fastest knight, so there's a preciseness in the communication, a fastness. So yeah, this could be like a fast tongue. So someone who gets angry in this combination of cards could lash out easily. The Five of Coins, this is a situation that left you in poverty, that left you in a lot of pain and disillusionment. Here, this is the story of the girl with the matches. She's trying to sell matches to buy anything to cover herself, to survive this winter. I can't remember what happens. I think she's led into a church or she dies. Maybe this is kind of like the situation that you felt this was maybe this is a reflection of what we have now, a situation that goes in two directions, and you had to choose in some way to accept the poverty, accept the situation, accept the loss, accept all of this that's happened and that is still potentially happening, or stepping away. But I think you stepped away, because what I'm sensing is this was just something that needed to be communicated, so there is an understanding of what we're talking about, the patterns, the things that have happened. So now I want to see, okay, but what's the new person? What's the new person on about? Because these cards all fell on top of this older energy, and I'm sensing this is something that, again, you're still somewhat this is the stuff that you blocked off a little bit, right? Okay, but what's the new person? Let's say we choose the star, because I wanted to ask this before, but I just felt we weren't meant to see that yet. Yay! Yay! Oh my gosh, I love this so much. This is already such a nicer energy to have for someone. We have the Fool, a new beginning, and we have the Nine of Coins, which is being able to what's the word? Enjoy the fruits of your labors. Yes, enjoy the fruits of your labors. He's getting to eat the watermelon that he himself grew. Amazing. To see something, to see all the steps of something, all the developmental stages, and then to get to say at the end, wow, now I get to reward myself for all this hard work. And then you have the Seven of Coins in reverse, which funnily, because we have the Nine of Coins already, right? So there's something in regards to waiting for the fruits of your labors to come in, and then them not coming in. So what I think is, this might be someone who you don't expect. This might be someone who might not be the kind of person you would expect, that you would click with, or that you would find attractive potentially, I don't know. This being the material, but there's an unexpectedness to this. An unexpectedness of a reward that comes in maybe before or after some time that you expected it to. Does that make sense? So it's kind of like the day you expect, you go out and you're like, this is the day. It's not going to be that day. It's going to be the day that you're like in your sweatpants, just going out for like 2 minutes or something, you know? But I do sense this is a new beginning, and this is a new beginning on a deeper level for you. Not just with this person, but a new beginning in how you are going through life, in the way you express, right? It's allowing for a new version of you to come out. Okay, and I'm gonna pick for guidance. We're gonna do these for guidance, and then I think I'm gonna let you go, actually. I think this is the message for the day. Okay, for the guidance for this collective who is going through this growth of trying to express their needs and be honest and choose a path that lets them be their own light, and allows for people to come into their life that are attracted to said light, rather than distracted from their own stuff, and then they don't want to engage, you know, or they try to minimize your light so it fits into their own life. There we go. Okay, why nothing wants to come out? 1, 2, you're so sweet. Okay, 3, there we go. So we have The truth is, you are more powerful and capable than you could ever imagine. Explore it. Yes, and it's gonna sit right on the star there. Yes, you are. You are, and I think we surprise ourselves with how much we are able to do and experience and achieve in this life if we truly believe in ourselves and we truly do the steps necessary to get to the place that we want to head to, you know. But yeah, explore it, dear. I think you hold a lot of potential in there. You know how much energy is in a star? A lot of energy. The sun is a star. It's got a lot of energy there. Sometimes the toughest moments carry the most potent seeds of transformation into a whole new era. Exactly. That's what I was saying. That's exactly where we were going here, right? Oh my gosh, you went through all of this, right, in the past. All of these unbalanced situations. It really feels unbalanced, where you had to take back, and now you're like stepping into your light. You're stepping into being honest about your emotions, dealing with it, right? The subconscious is becoming conscious. And it's allowing for a whole new era. And this is a conscious choice that you're making. It is a choice of every day. Again, choice to love yourself, and making choices that align with your personal needs and that are, you know, taking into account other people as well. But make sure to know what your baseline is for you to function and for you to be happy and joyous in this lifetime. Alrighty, that's it. I'm gonna let you go. I hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye.